Hello Gemini, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get into your August outlook, your full month August outlook, and seeing what this month is going to look like for you. We're going to start with your animal spirits, and remember this reading could be for anyone who has Gemini and Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars. And let's get right into it, Gemini. Let's pull out first your two animal spirits, then I'll pull out your 9-card spread, some clarifiers, and then we will finish with spirits of darkness and light. So, use several decks. Let's get into it. Gemini, show me Gemini for this month, August. Alright, we've got the bee and the sea serpent. Alright. The sea serpent is a ether energy animal spirit, right? So the ether energy animal spirits are they're either mystical animals or mystical objects. In this case, we're looking at the mystical sea serpent eating its tail. It's associated with the second chakra, and it's associated with expression. All forms of expression, whether we express our desires, our emotions, if we're expressing creativity, if we're expressing sensuality, whatever the case may be, the sea serpent is all about that deep sort of need, I would say, right? And want and desire to express ourselves, and how we do that in a balanced way. We don't worry about it. We don't have fears of expressing our sexuality or expressing our emotions when we are in balance with the sea serpent energy. When we're out of balance with this energy, then we can be unsure of how to express ourselves, be unsure of what we truly want to express, and it can become sort of an out of unbalanced sort of event, right? So the sea serpent is reminding us this is coming in for you, Gemini, right? This feeling, probably this month feels strong sexual energy. You may feel strong creative energy and the need to express it. Now the bee is air energy, and the bee is associated with beautiful friendship, loyalty. I want to say, again, also communication and expression. But the bee loves to be part of a group, loves to facilitate a group or cooperate as part of a group. The busy bee is the friend that's always around. This is the person who loves to engage. They're very creative, and their energy is infectious. Everyone loves to be around the person who's resonating with bee energy. All right, so this is very nice, strong, expressive energy, very social energy. Let's get into your spread for Gemini for the month of August. And see how these animal spirits play into this. It's nice animal spirit energy. Show me what's going on for Gemini. Alright, you have the Hanged Man, 6 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. At the center of your reading is the Moon. There we go, 4 of Swords. There's your uncertainty with expression. Your Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Ace of Wands. So we got some strong core card energy here. Bottom of the deck, another Knight, Knight of Wands. So all three knights are showing up so far. A lot of movement, a lot of communication, right? Knights are associated with air. They're associated with communicating and following sort of your strategy in a particular area. Very interesting. Coming in with Hangman. At the center of your reading, Gemini, you have the Moon. So this month there is a lot of feeling of being unsure of your feelings, your emotions, where you're going. There's going to be a feeling that you might be tested. Right? There may be situations that come up that seem like they're tests for you in some kind of way, where you're not really sure how are you supposed to respond to this, especially situations where you're not getting the entire picture of what's going on, and it just feels like a little bit you're in the dark, right? And the Moon energy is strong here with that. It's very emotional. So this is an interesting month. I'm going to say for you to really get in touch with your feelings and who you are about a particular situation. We're going to go deeper, but starting off, we have Hanged Man, Six of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, you've been stuck, right? You've been in this kind of like mode of living, perhaps, where you really haven't had a lot of inspiration, right? You may even would say that you've been quite bored or sort of like unable to make any push either way. Hangman can feel like that, can feel very sort of like, a lot of times people tend to interpret it as being stuck, but it isn't so much that you're stuck, you just don't desire to do anything else, right? However, when the Hangman shows up, it means that at this moment in this month you are coming out of that, right? So you're beginning to come out of that feeling. Something is coming in that is inspiring you. Sea Serpent energy lets you know that you are desiring to perhaps express yourself creatively, sexually. There may be a love interest. We'll see. We'll pull some more cards. But there's something that's got you sparked this month. And the Hangman is letting you know that that is a big movement and change. You come in first part of the month and there's this feeling of like, Six of Wands is kind of having won a bit of a battle or coming out on top, right? So you're feeling good about something as well this first beginning part of the month. And again, I want to say for some of you it involves work or creativity, or I want to say work or kind of business that involves creativity, right? So something that you're doing, whether perhaps it's the job that you're doing, you may be an artist, some of you may be artists. It's something that you express yourself creatively with and you put a lot of your heart into. Queen of Pentacles is there. So this feels very work related, and also I want to say speaks to the Gemini, who is probably an artist out there who may have been pulled back for a little while or felt uninspired in their art. And this first week of the month, all of a sudden that kind of changes, right? You come right out of it, you're immediately inspired again. There's something very public that happens and it gets you right back into your work. However, by the middle of the month, be careful, because there's some Seven of Cups indicates that you may be going a little bit too far with your ambitions. You may be having a little bit unrealistic expectations because all is not yet revealed. Okay, so again, Gemini, this feels strongly like a reading for an artist, Gemini, who's coming out of a doldrums of their art. And also a Gemini who probably swings very quickly from like doldrums to high expression, manifestation of art or expression. Work, right? Even if it's not art-based, work-based, having a little bit of an unrealistic expectation though in the middle of the month. And again, with this moon feeling tested, you're going to pull back Four of Swords. You're going to be very strategic, I think, the middle of the month in this area also. You're going to be dealing with a lot more friends. That's middle 10-day period, right? B is there again. I want to say that you're going to move forward with some strategies. Four of Swords is interesting. It's a truce card. So some of you may be interacting with someone, right, in this business. You may have a partnership or something of that kind. And you're going to have to be very, I want to say, strategic about how you move forward. This could even involve like a project at work, you know what I mean? Something like that, where, you know, you're finding yourself in this project. It's exciting, but yet at the same time you're feeling, hang on a second, let me not be too ambitious. Let me be very careful about the next steps I make, mostly because at the center is the moon, and it's letting you know that you're just not getting the whole picture. By the end of the month, I want to say the last third of the month, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and Ace of Wands. So there's a coming together of minds. Again, it feels like there may be a partnership or someone that you work with together. And you guys are going to be moving forward, right, with this, with a new strategy, a new path, a new, I want to say, avenue or project or a new endeavor. Ace of Wands shows up. So it's a month of a lot of working, a month of a lot of creativity, hashing out some things. For some of you, this will be on the job, or some of you, if you're an artist, this will be like an artist project. For some of you, I believe it will indeed involve partnership working, like one partner that you consistently work with or something like that. And by the end of the month, that Knight of Pentacles indicates that you're going to be well and truly on your path again to following your objective, right? You now have a goal again. I feel like this hangman is coming in. Some of you were just kind of like floating around, not sure what to do. You may have been in between projects. You may have been in between jobs. But that absolutely changes by the time you come here to Knight of Pentacles, where you are focused and forward. So by the end of the month, you're absolutely kind of like on a track ahead again, right? You have Knight of Swords there, and that feels to me like somebody's coming in for you also. Or it could be you, surely. Knight of Swords is air energy. That's you, Gemini, air energy. But it feels to me like this may be another air sign that you're dealing with. Again, it's all about cutting away sort of people, places, and things that are holding you back. So Knight of Swords is going to be very, very sort of actionary. He's going to communicate to which people he wants to engage with, which people he wants, out of his way, sort of thing, all for this new kind of endeavor that comes up. So show me some clarity for Gemini. Interesting reading. It really feels like a month of self-improvement in the area. Like the sea serpent said, laid the stage, really, for this reading of expression, self-expression. Whether that expression, whatever that expression is, right? Your desires. I feel here that this is very much about your desires in creativity. Yeah, Eight of Swords. There's the sun. Nice. So there's some warmth coming in, some clarity. Six of Swords and Page of Wands. There's your creative spirit again, right? Freedom. Maybe you were a little bit afraid before to follow your heart of what you really desire to do. Four of Cups. Okay. And Strength. There you go. So, yes, for a little while I think you felt really encumbered, unable to move. Some of you may have really been dealing with some toxic energy for a little while, Gemini. You may have been dealing with even some paranoid energy, right? You may have been a little bit over-paranoid, oversensitive, you may have just succumbed to some really kind of like, I want to say self-sabotaging sort of behaviors, right? Or what have you. But you're coming out of that. The Hangman, Eight of Swords energy, right? Eight of Swords can be quite toxic. It's like really being in a stuck place, but you're not willing to admit that you're stuck. You're not willing to admit that you need to move, right? That it's down to you. It's a very kind of like gaslighting energy. Often we all go through it. It's just like, oh, it's everybody else's fault. It's not my fault sort of energy. I can't move. But in fact, it's your own way of thinking and looking at the world really that's keeping you so constrained. And so you're coming out of that. So again, it feels to me like, Gemini, you were in a really funky mood, funky space mentally for quite some time, but you're coming out of that. You feel victory coming out of that. Some of you may be dealing with not mental illness per se, but like may have gotten yourself some therapy after going through some trauma. And again, you feel victorious coming out of that. The sun is coming through. Queen of Pentacles is there. So once again, coming out of this space and being able to work and create and express yourself for you is like, the sun is back, clarity is back. Having said that, again, Six of Swords is there because reminding you that for some of you, you may have been dealing with people that have let you down before or interactions. I feel like this is a social issue, right? You've dealt with certain people perhaps in your work, in your line of work, or in what you do, and they've let you down before, and it's like, putting them on a pedestal or having these unrealistic expectations of people that will let you down. So this month in Gemini, I feel like that's something that's going to come up. You're going to make the decision to kind of move away from those people, to kind of, just move more towards calmer waters, more towards people who are simpatico, who you can communicate with. Again, it's going to feel like a testing stage. People are going to come in for you again, Gemini, Moon energy, and try and sort of whip you up again. Remember, Seven of Cups, sometimes if it's too good to be true, it is. And not only that, some goals, you can attain anything you want, but you really have to put the work in it. Dreaming about it and wishing for it isn't good enough. And if that's all you have, you're not going to achieve it with that. And sometimes that is realizing that it's just not going to work. Page of Wands is coming in, being very creative, very fearless in expressing your creativity, yet being very careful. Okay, Gemini, very careful. Four of Swords is a feeling of truce, a feeling of stabilizing. You don't want to lose what you've worked for so far. You don't want to just go balls to the wall and just really just, make these crazy moves and decisions. You're wanting to be very calm and methodical about the decisions that you're making, right? So you can maintain your stability. Having said that, there's a desire, Page of Wands, for you really to let rip. And really go. And again, I'm talking about artistically. Some of you are doing perhaps maybe avant-garde things, or you're doing things that is really edgy. Whatever your artistic, slant is, it's going to be outside of the norm. Is what I'm saying. It's going to be you know what I mean? It's not something that's conventional. It's going to be even maybe a little bit revolutionary feeling. Again, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. So some people coming in, strength is coming in to re-clarify. Four of Cups is interesting. There may be something there going on where someone is coming into you at the end of the month and you're just not having it. There may be a love connection that comes in, or somebody wants to offer you a little bit more and you're just not there for it just yet, right? That's what I'm feeling here. Strength is coming in again to sort of, maintain the more baser parts of your, I want to say, your emotions, right? Strength. The first 8, the second 8 is the moon. So strength is like where you're learning how to control your emotions, how to use them in a positive way. And then you're tested with the moon in situations. So here, more strength comes in for you. More understanding of who you are after having come out of this here. This is a big victory, a big deal that you kind of came out of this. I want to say for some of you, it really does feel like you came out of, mentally bringing yourself back from a very distressful place or difficult place, and you deserve to celebrate that. And of course, that comes throughout the whole month. By the end of the month, you're even stronger, right? You celebrate another level of strength here that you're recognizing, and ready and able to embrace this new passion project that you are on. Let's get some 3 spirits of darkness and light cards to see what energies may be affecting this month. And then that will be the reading. 9 of Wands is down at the bottom because you do have people there for you who are in your corner, who are sort of your mirror spirit. It's been coming out for almost every single reading. Spirit of the woods and spirit of the ring. So there you have commitment, contract, promise. Voices, goblins, nightmares. This is what I'm talking about. I think some of you have been plagued with nightmares up here. Some of you have been plagued with certain sort of emotional and mental sort of issues that you have had to really fight against, right? And you've done so. And that's really impressive. It's an impressive feeling here. Again, stronger. Spirit of the ring, contract, promises, commitment. Commitment and work here is coming through by the end of the month, I believe. Again, you have people coming in. There will be commitment, I think, from the right people. But you also have mirror spirit, vanity, deflecting, reflecting. Remember, there is issues of vanity here. And that spirit has come out really almost for all the readings for August. It's really incredible. But yes, there's an issue of vanity here, deflecting. Be careful. Again, there's certain people you're working with where there's going to be a clash. And there's also other people in your life who are supporting you wholeheartedly. Great month for, I want to say, an artist, someone who really believes in what they're doing, their work, come back strong after a bit of an emotional, maybe even a mental setback. Very, very strong, very strong. Coming out by the end of the month, I want to say, in a great position to finally take that project that what you wanted to do forward. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, Gemini. This is your August reading. I hope you got some clarity out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. That's all I ask, and that's it. Check out your twin flame readings. I'm just going to concentrate on these August readings, get these out, and then I'll be back with twin flames in a couple days. Or you can check out last week's twin flame reading. But for right now, Gemini, have a wonderful month, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye-bye now.